Go for it, man. I've been watching. I've been on Tubi. I've been on my Tubi shit, man. These independent goddamn film producers, bro. I saw one called Pet was it Petro or something like that, Preto, that was produced out of New York. Man, I just love y'all motherfuckers swag, yo, for real, man. And it was about these chicks that were going around robbing dudes. And it's just like it's
Damn.
like New York, y'all swag, man. It's like is every region got their swag, but y'all swag is way different, way smoother, way more.
Nah, everybody got their own little bit of, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter where you go, everybody got their own little, you know what I'm saying? I mean, New York definitely is different, but I don't know. I think every situation has something that's going to open your eyes if you're not from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can go to a southern state, and then there's the unspoken about. You know what I mean? Like, we see what we see on TV, we see what we see on the internet, but then you link up with some real ones, and then they'll take you and just blow your mind, and you be like, oh my God, I didn't even know there's these hidden gems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, 'cause I remember even when I was up in New York, going through the boroughs, man. It was just like so much love and like y'all say copacetic, man. It was just
Damn, I ain't
love.
heard
I
that word
love coming to New York, man.
How long has this been here?
The question is how old was that movie I was watching? Because they were saying copacetic all in that motherfucker.
I haven't even said the word copacetic in it's dope word, but I just haven't used it in a while.
Hell yeah, man. So what's been up, Mr. Pipewells? What's been going on, my brother?
Not much, man. Just keeping my head in the sand and into the grind. We just did our 10th annual Super Bowl XXXtacular, which is something I'm proud about because out of 21 years, this is our 21st year of Pipewells Productions. The Super Bowl XXXtacular has been the longest running themed event. Like, all our events have a theme: the Fat Ass Fiestas, Booty versus Boobs, Jelly Ain't Jams, Fat Ass Fiestas for CincoD Mayo, which we'll be doing our next one May 5th. And actually, that's our last event for the year as far as the BBWs in New York. I'm only doing the Fat Ass Fiesta, and I'm not doing no other the BBW events in New York City for the rest of this year. But I'm sure we'll bring that up later. But the Super Bowl XXXtacular was our 10th annual, and just proud of that. I love football. Love the fact that it's like two events in one, because you got the fans that want to come out and watch the game, and then we have the ladies that mix and mingle with them, and then we have the striptacular, the strip show, the strip event after the game is over. So it's like you get a bonus, two events in one night.
Yeah, because with all that ass up in there, I don't know how the hell the motherfuckers are able to watch the game. I be too busy on the ass.
You know what? And that's the vibe, though, right? So when the ladies that do come before during the game, they're dressed, but they're lounging, right? They're just sitting next to the guys. Like, we saw ladies in dance wear. I got some video. I had a guy, because I don't touch the performers. Like, I don't put hands on them. So, like, it was a guy sitting next to one of the performers, and her ass was so fat it was like sticking through the chair, like the back of a folding chair. So I was like, "Yo, bro," he was sitting behind her. I said, "Yo, slap it for me, like slap that right cheek." And he was like, her ass was so fat, and she was like, and I was like, "Yo, do it for me," because I like to be professional. So I don't I don't want the ladies to look at me as a fan. I always want them to look at me as a boss that I am. So just having a bit of fun and got the fans. I was like, "Grab it for me, grab it." I'm yelling it across the room. Grab it for me.
Yes.
He got a kick out of it. She got a kick out of it. So our events are very interactive. But real football fans, we did watch the game.
Oh yeah. Because I was mad as hell because I ain't had cable, but I was able to find it. I was able to find how to watch it online, and I caught like the last quarter.
But
and I was like, damn.
The Super Bowl's not on cable. The Super Bowl's on like channel 5 or something like that. It's like TV Fox. So you don't need cable to watch the Super Bowl.
Well, see, with down here, what we kind of do, because like if I try to use like an antenna, it don't pick up just the regular channels.
Oh.
So I had to find like it was with Fox Plus or some shit.
Yeah, online and stream it. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't even know because my homegirl, Miss Spit Queen told me. I said, well, I'll be goddamn. So I could have been watching this shit the whole fucking time.
The
I
whole
felt so fucking
thing.
stupid. I felt
Yeah.
dumb as hell.
Yeah. So you must be deep in the South then, huh?
Oh, North Carolina, bro.
You in the
NC.
backwoods? You in the you in the backwoods? Because like you told me you ain't getting Fox 5.
No, no, because the way Spectrum is,
I have Spectrum.
because
Actually.
yeah, because it was like if I don't with the analog TV, because you know when you got the analog TV versus just like cable TV,
Yeah.
the analog you only gonna get like shit like antenna TV, Get TV, Bounce TV, and
But that's
shit
what I'm
like
saying. I'm not even trying to be funny. If the Super Bowl, they
that.
put it on you, bro. If you would have tried it, if you'd have went to Channel 5 on your TV, Fox, you would have had it. Like the Super Bowl is not streamed on any kind of paid platform. No kind of
Yeah. I was hoping that it was on Peacock, but I was like, hey, no, fucking
nah.
Peacock.
Peacock is ABC.
Yeah, and what have you. And
Yeah, this
because
is on
even with like
Fox Sports.
yeah, 'cause even with some of the games, like they might have some on like what was it, Paramount, or then they
Paramount.
might have it on Prime or what have you.
Yeah, nah.
And
You
like I
know,
said,
them big stations make sure that they
mm-hmm,
get the game. So, but in the future, just
yeah,
just on some bullshit. If you're not getting it through your cable, just go
yeah,
buy you a little cheap Roku situation. Little Roku thing.
mm-hmm.
Roku give you Fox. They give you all the channels. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now,
See,
I
that's
didn't have
funny
to
because I
pay.
got a Roku, but here's the bad part. I don't even use it, but I even think to use Roku. Thank you for telling me that now, because now when the
I'm being
NBA
honest. In
playoffs
my
come
house,
on,
I don't have a Roku TV. Like all my televisions are Samsung televisions in my house. I'm really strict with my, you know, my devices. But
yeah,
the projector that I bought for my Super Bowl events, which is the only time I bring them out, it has a Roku device attached to it, built in. It came like that. So that's how we was able to watch the game. That's why I'm telling you, we didn't have to pay for no extra nothing. We
word.
just the Fox Sports app was in the Roku for free on the thing. All you have to do is connect to your Wi-Fi. You know, no,
See, I feel stupid and old now. See, I'm like that old man.
nah, I don't feel like that, bro.
When the son be like, "Dang, you got to use the email." What the fuck is an email?
Nah, don't ever feel like that, bro. Things just they make it so weird these days. It's so
Yeah,
many ways to consume content. It's hard to keep up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, most definitely. So, hello, smokers, and welcome to the Smokers Lounge. You know who I am, Kavanaugh the Southern Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/Porn Rap Star. Four wonderful sponsors to tell you about. The first one being the Facebook LS Community, lsworld.com. Next up, the Highest Adult Magazine, The Game, AriseSizzleMagazine.com. Next up, 90% profit for you content creators, no hashtag problems, plus black owned. For you consumers, a new place for you to consume your Triple X content. I'm talking about excitebunny.com. And last but not least, award winning, award nominated, also black owned. We're talking about smut with voiceover, and they even have a VR section, blusharaka.com. Also, proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. So go over to shopgwdistrict.com and do some shopping and buy from over 500 black-owned shops and boutiques. Also, go to fullyswapradio.com. Every morning, 5 days a week, you get to listen to me chop it up with people like my man over here and some of the hottest talents in the business, talking about the business, sexuality, everything up under the sun at fullyswapradio.com. Go over there and catch that smoke. Also, check me out on SkyhawkAfterDarkTV.com as well as the BGP LLC app. And as you people can see from the hat, the swag, the chain, the
Nah,
man,
it's
the
not.
myth,
Nah.
the legend, the one and only, the man that's been doing it for 2 decades strong,
You gotta be blessed.
Mr. Pipes, motherfucking Wells. Say hello to the smokers, man.
Yo, what's up, bro? I'm sorry I don't smoke, y'all, but thank y'all for having me. I got my little sip. Yeah, I'm bougie. Keep a lemon wedge in my shit, but I don't smoke, but I'm very humbled to be here. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the introduction. That's
No doubt.
hearing it out loud be humbling to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
As
man.
cocky as arrogant they say I am, which I don't feel so.
I mean, you earned it, bro. Let's just be, you earned it. You earned it.
He's still working hard. He's still working hard. I'm still working hard, man.
So you said that for the CincoD Mayo show, the CincoD Mayo event, you said it'll be the last one that with BBW Fitness or what have you.
For
Why
2023.
are you making that
For
for
2023, not
2023?
like in life. I don't want to paint that
Yeah.
picture. Just for 2023. So there's multiple reasons. You're the first. I don't know when episode is going to air, but I'll give you the honesty truth. There's multiple reasons behind that. One, I'm really booked and busy this year, man, with some of my clients, with my content shooting and traveling, running these content houses. I have 3 content houses that I'm running throughout this year, along with the Exotica conventions, and then my brother Sir Daniel Tennis Stroke Toys, which you definitely need to get on your show, bro. Like the next male figure you talk to, bro, gotta be my brother Sir Daniel. I'm gonna give him.
Hey, hook it up. Put him in touch with me.
Sir Daniel Tennis Stroke Toys. He's a fetish and kink BDSM master of his craft. And so he's having his first fetish ball convention in Maryland in May, I believe it is. So I'm booked to be there. I was actually asked to be one of the keynote speakers of the weekend to talk about like what it is we do as a promoter, me being in the adult industry on the promotion side, the business side for this long. So I was very humbled that he asked me to be in that, and as far as like content creating and so forth. So I get to talk for at least an hour to some people, which is dope to me. I'm very humbling.
Who better to talk about promotion than you?
I'll let you say it, because if I say it, then I'm the bad guy. But I know I'm dope. Listen, let me just say it like this, bro. This is the most humblest way I could say it, without coming off like I'm being a arrogant asshole, right? Let's say, God forbid, you have to go to the doctor to fix anything. I don't care if it's a broken toe or it's fucking heart surgery, whatever. God forbid the tragedy is that you need professional help, right? You go to the doctor, he go, yo, man, your condition's a little rough. I can't make you no promises, but I will promise I'll give you the best I got. There's some new technology, some new things that I think we're gonna try on you, and I think we're gonna do good. Or you go see that second opinion, and he go, listen, man, I'm the best at this shit. I've been doing this for 20 years. I do 340 same surgery procedures a week. I'm the guy. My staff is second to none. My hospital that I work at is second to none. We're going to treat you well. You're going to recover well. As far as surgery, hey, listen, man, my track record speaks for itself. Last year, I was nominated such and such doctor of the year. Now, you're going to look at that doctor and go, oh, I'm going to go with the first guy because this first one seemed like he a little too cocky. He a little too arrogant. No, you going to go with the fucking best, right? You want to feel confidence in your doctor. If your doctor say, look in your face and say, listen, don't you worry about nothing. I got you. You're going to go with him, right? So why would I second fiddle? No, I work hard on practicing my craft. Am I perfect? No, but I'm better than everybody else. So what you got?
Basically, because see, the thing about it is, you have a technique and and for I can see a program of how you promote your events, how you promote yourself, as well as your businesses that works. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm pretty sure it went through trial and error.
Still
period.
Bro. As the years go by, as the talent changes, as the businesses that we network and incorporate with, like, when we started, there was no social media platforms like this, right? The best you had was like Yahoo or AOL Hometown. Like, nigga, when I started on this, we had to put the AOL disc for 50,000 hours of internet for free. And then you pay after 50,000 hours of being online. So that, if for people that don't know, if you didn't get your internet in the mail, Don't
You
you
didn't have
can't
it.
talk to me. I've been doing Pipewell Productions that long. Like
Shoot, to be honest with you.
we had to get our internet on a CD, put it in our computer, but we was fortunate enough to have two phone lines in my household, so we didn't have to tie up
Yes,
the main
sir.
line. We had the fax line in my household. Thank God I was raised pretty good. So if you wasn't working in this business when you had to dial up your internet, don't talk to me. I was established at dial up. I didn't just start at dial up. I was established at dial up. You know what I mean? That's how far back. And now I'm speaking on my age, bro. Like I'm about to be 40 next year, bro. January 7th, 40. I'm about to. I know that's not old. I know it's not old, but nigga, I earned them stripes. I'm so thankful.
Yes, sir.
I'm so thankful to see my 40s. God willing.
You ain't lying, bro. Cause a lot of people that we grew up with didn't even make it to the 30s.
I didn't think I was gonna see 21. The life that I was kind of leading that I didn't have to be. And then when I hit 21, I didn't think I was gonna see 25. And 30 was a fucking mystery, right? So to now be a change in mindset, and I was always well educated, but I still had my toes in the street though. My head was in books and aspirations and accomplishing goals, and my heart was there, but you know, being rebellious, going against the program that was designed for me, you know, the hood in me, I always had 10 toes still in the street. Which is not I'm not bragging about it. It's just I went hood because I wanted to, not because I had to. I grew up great. I grew up, you know, fucking bourgeois. I grew up great. Nigga. We had 3-liter Pepsis in my house. Like we grew up great.
I'm saying.
My family owned properties and houses. Like I didn't have to be hood growing up, but it's kind of, I mean, if it's in you, it's in you. But nothing that I'm proud about, but I'm glad that now I'm a family man and my children, my wife is like my first priority, and you know I don't hang out. I'm what these young I'm not as older as you, right? You're not old, but I'm still in my 30s. I ain't crossed that boundary yet, right? But I could say I'm not like them youngsters, nigga. I'm not outside.
Oh no.
You know what they say? I'm outside, nigga. I'm not outside. I'm inside. I'm in the house.
Oh no. I'd rather be inside. It's safer.
Look, the bar never closes. The kitchen.
Basically.
You ever go to a club? You go to eat. You go to a bar, and you be like, "Oh, I'm having a couple drinks. Can I have some wings?" Oh, I'm sorry, the kitchen closed at 11.
Nah, kitchen never closed in the house.
If I want some wings right now, I'll throw in the deep fryer. I'm sorry, I mean to take over. Go ahead, ask me.
No. My fans love we go off on tangents. Let's keep it 100. But it's interesting. I think it's funny. My man always find the segue for the shit I want to talk about. It's just funny. He don't even know what we're gonna talk about at the time, but he find the segue. So what's interesting, because you say you've been doing this since the dial-up days, which brings up to the conversation, because you've been dealing with BBWs for a long time.
Before it was an acronym, before it was a thing.
Yes. And something was brought to my attention by one of my co-hosts. And it was, you had these spaces and you had these motherfuckers that want to go in here and bump their gums about the business and shit. And one of the conversations, which I found interesting, was they were saying that Black BBWs fucked up the porn game. And me and you, we go back. We go back when Black BBWs was really the king in the BBW world. They were the ones getting booked the most, especially in Hollywood, and dominated the internet. And I found it interesting that what they were saying. They wouldn't even let the girls talk in the space, for what I understand, because a lot of girls wanted to speak.
Okay.
And what I found interesting was we came from the time where we had Superstar Triple X. We had Supreme Diva, Cotton Candy when she first was doing stuff, Pink Candy, all this. And we remember the beefs. We remember the Twitter shits and all that and what have you. So my question to you and what we're going to talk about tonight,
I think I know where this is going. I think I love it.
Did Black BBWs fuck up the porn game for the BBWs?
Okay. I'm going to answer this. I don't know if I'm going to give you a direct answer, but I'm going to address every topic you mentioned in this segue. So, To start from the beginning, if you wanted, this is going back in 1999 to 2002. If you wanted to see a plus size woman in adult erotica porn, they were, and I'm not saying this, and please let me just do a disclaimer. Nothing I'm saying in this interview was meant towards any disrespect. There's no puns. There's no hidden agendas. There's no punchlines. I'm just speaking straight, honest. I just want to be clear. There's no joke in what I'm about to say. So between the years of, I would say 1990, the late 90s until 2001, 2002, if you wanted to see a plus size woman, whether that's what now we consider a BBW, or to the extremities as a SSBBW, and now there's, not now, but even back then there's the SSS BBWs, the super size BBWs. So if you want to see if you want to see a plus size woman in porn between the years of the late 90s to the early 2000s, they were the same people that you will now watch on My 600 Pound Life. Right? You had major porn star talent like Ron Jeremy, who's going through his trials and tribulations now. But he was shooting with women that will be the titles of those adult content, the porn, will be My Gigantic or My Whale or My Big Fat something. What I personally find degrading and disrespectful, when especially something like porn or erotica is supposed to be enticing. So those was what you were saying. When you hit the early 2000s, 2001, 2002, going in further, you have people coming on stage, because they always had thick women. You have ladies like Menage a Trois, who was thick. You had hold on, I didn't mention her. Think about mentioning her name, so my name's Jordan. Drawing a blank.
God, it was one that I used to watch all the time. He used to work with Sean Mike's.
She been in trouble with the law. And I know her well. D Collector.
Okay, yeah.
Like that was sneaking into adult or in porn, that was thick, curvy, voluptuous women, but not quite what we would call a BBW. And then I will tell you, around the year 2002, between 2002 and 2004, don't quote me on the year, but in between that time, you had like stars that arose like Crystal Clear, who were thick, voluptuous, but had a little belly. Crystal Clear has always been a beautiful, amazing talent. I love.
Yes, Lord.
I'm talking about even without makeup, beautiful chocolate ebony woman, very voluptuous, ass, hips, thighs. But she had a little belly. Not nowhere near the other ladies that were in retrospect to what you would see on like My 600 Pound Life. So around that time is when I believe the acronyms and the word BBW started to be formed, and then you started seeing more ebony ladies. Now I didn't forget your question. I had to build a foundation.
Because even piggyback off that, one of the first magazines that highlighted Black BBWs and BBWs in general was actually Black Tales. I remember used to seeing BBWs.
Yes.
Some of them motherfuckers won Black Tail Model of the Year.
Let me talk on Black Tails, and then I'm gonna get back to what you were saying. Dynamite, who dances at our events, who's a legend in his business, who's my wife's one of her best friends in business and outside. Boricua baby. So Dynamite from Blacktail Magazine, who dances our events, still come out and perform for fans. She ran Blacktail Magazine. She had Miss Days, she had Menage a Trois and Spontaneous Ecstasy, and all these curvy, these voluptuous, ebony. That was the black man's Playboy. You know what I'm saying? So, but back to this, I don't want to lose my thought with what you were saying as far as you say, do Black BBWs fuck up the industry? When it comes to porn, there was none. If you want to say, let's just say BBW, there was no regular BBW porn until the late 2000s. After 2010.
Mm-hmm.
right? After 2010, if you were shooting BBW, it was not white girls. It was
Mm-hmm.
women of color.
Black. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying women of color because you have. Oh, I
Because you
thought
had
about
Miss Caution. She was going out there. Miss Caution was one of the ones.
Caution is
I used to
not
fuck
a
with her.
BBW. Caution just got big tits.
Yeah, but they
She's a little.
classified her as a BBW just
No,
because.
but no, that's what I'm trying to say. She's voluptuous as far as being.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't a skinny woman, but
Mm-hmm.
she was all tits. But that's a whole nother conversation when you're talking, the white man's world and busty content. But
Yeah.
when you talk about porn,
Mm-hmm.
if you look at the DVDs that came out that was BBW related, there was not white girls until after
Mm-hmm.
2010, I believe. Don't quote me, and everything I'm saying,
No, 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 no. You on point. You
it
on
might
point.
not be 100% accurate, but just bear with me with the time frame gap.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I would. The reason why I say I was going to say they messed up porn, but a lot of ebony or women of color mess up their opportunity for advancement. And let
Mm-hmm.
me speak that to, I'm gonna speak for 100% facts that I know, not my opinion. I'm not gonna say they messed up for the culture or for the whole industry because everybody got to do their own thing. Porn is a solo sport. There's no group shit,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can have one solo star that shines, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Crystal Clear was winning for a long time in that genre of
Yes, she
space.
was.
She was on so and I'm a president to know that that I'm so transparent. Me and Crystal Clear is not even eye to eye this in this present day. We haven't seen eye to eye in years. And I know
Mm-hmm.
her well, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to talk about the facts of the business. Nobody was touching Crystal Clear for 4 years.
Mm-mm.
Not even close when she came out. Nobody. Other ladies became more comfortable because of a woman like Crystal Clear. Because they might have been a little bit smaller,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little bit. They still voluptuous, still plus size, not the average what you would see in adult erotica. But
Mm-hmm.
Crystal Clear is the one who paved that way. So the reason why I say ebony women of color did not mess up the porn industry, they messed up their opportunity individually because from the ones that I knew that came to shoot, especially ones that came from New York, and I'm not going to say no names because I'm not here to disrespect nobody or dig up old dirt. A lot of the ladies that I know came from the East Coast to go shoot with like TT Boy and Evasive
Mm-hmm.
because I sent a lot of them over there.
And me too.
I was called. I was called. They called. Hey, we see you the one who does this out there in New York. Who? What? Right? Anyway, a lot of ladies went out there, and truth be told, those companies didn't extend the same platform or olive branch that they did to the talent they was already shooting. So where like the average model, when they get paid to do a shoot, they get paid for their flight, their hotel, get paid for.
Mm-hmm.
They get hair and makeup on set, and they get to do their job, get paid, and go home. Where when they was because BBWs was the new thing, it was
Mm-hmm.
uncharted territory. These companies made these ladies. They might have flown them in, maybe if you
Mm-hmm.
was really at least popular, but they didn't pay for hair and makeup. So there was
Mm-mm.
I know a story where a producer called me and was like, "Yo, this chick over here asking for cigarettes. She came over here with no shoes, no hair, no makeup." In my mind, my first thing was like, I thought y'all provide that. But
Mm-hmm.
thinking from a business perspective and what they were saying, I'm like, but if you a woman
Mm-hmm.
and you in this business, you should already have hair, makeup, nails done because you
Yeah.
just you on your day to day.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think it's like anything with the urban community, ethnicities, black people. We wasn't schooled to porn, just like
Mm-hmm.
people of color is not schooled to investing or real estate, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
uncharted territory. You kind of either learn from somebody else's mistakes or you learn as you go. Most people that learn as they go fail and just back out.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got those chosen few that learn the bumps and bruises but have enough tenacity to see it through and be successful. A lot of ladies that had the opportunity, and even now proven to this day, which backs up your point, you have ladies now that's of color that has OnlyFans, and then look how successful they are compared to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why are you not successful when you have control of every aspect of your business? The reason why, and this is going to answer your question, you have everybody that's in a business but not business minded.
So true.
So this is what
So
answers
true.
that first question. Do I think women of color ruin BBW porn? No.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an individual thing because you can have one shining star. You don't have to have
Mm-hmm.
multiple. But it's because if you don't take your craft seriously, the most successful, no matter what color you are, no matter
Mm-hmm.
what race, ethnicity, if you're in the adult entertainment business, I'm going to speak of,
Mm-hmm.
look at the people that are most successful. Look what they do. They're not on social media just shooting the breeze. The adult content is their way of life. So they put
Mm-hmm.
everything into it. They invest into it. Hair,
Mm-hmm.
makeup, their body, eating right. I've seen some plus BBW porn where ladies have pimples on their asses
Mm-hmm.
or boils on their coochie. These
Yeah.
guys still shot it because they paid for you to come out or they paying for you to
Mm-hmm.
shoot. They don't care how you perceive. You're number 1,000 out of 5,000. Right, you know what I mean? Like you're nothing on their level. So they don't care if they put out something that don't represent you well.
Mm-hmm.
Look at your major porn. Look at the real major porn that you look at, that you consume. No matter
Mm-hmm.
what race, what color, what genre. I don't care if you're the nastiest freak or you just like vanilla sex. It don't matter. Look at the biggest name porn stars. Do you see any blemishes on their body?
Hell no.
Do
Hell
you
no.
see, and I'm not talking about weight. I'm just talking about blemish. Do you see
Yeah.
a pimple on the booty, a boil on their thigh,
Mm-hmm.
a hair bump on their coochie? You don't see it. You won't.
Man, I used to watch videos. I never forget because you remember when they had, with Blog Talk Radio was the shit, and Fat Mag had the Blog Talk Radio, and it was because a lot of so people can understand, a lot of Black BBWs also beefed with each other, and I remember one of the biggest beefs was Superstar Triple X and Supreme Diva, and it got ugly. So people can understand when ugly, okay? And I used to hang with Superstar Triple X as well as kick it with
I
Supreme
know
Diva.
them both very well.
Yeah. And
Extremely.
I remember the day the beef started. I was in New York.
All right, listen, I'm not gonna comment on it. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna because I don't want to dig up old bones. It's like
yeah.
skeleton. One thing I will say universally,
Mm-hmm.
once again, is gonna go back to reference to my previous statement.
Yeah.
The most successful entertainers, whether it's porn or it's music. Do you
Mm-hmm.
see Beyonce arguing with Gwyneth with Sierra?
No.
No, you won't. Matter of fact, I'll give you a better story. What's her name? Khalees.
Yeah.
The artist Khalees.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a song on Beyonce's last album that she sampled. Beyonce paid the company that owns the right to the music.
Mm-hmm.
Khalees had an issue, made it public. Oh, I wish Beyonce would have called me. That's my song.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my wife had an argument. My wife was like, Beyonce should have called her. And I'm like, Beyonce's a fucking
No, she ain't had to call her. She
Beyonce
don't own
did
the
her due
music.
diligence. She called who she needed to call to clear the sample. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
which would it have been nice if Beyonce called Khalees to say, "Hey, I'm gonna use this song." Would have been nice for Beyonce to say, "Hey, Khalees, I'm using your song. Won't you pop out in the video? Won't you sing the hook on it?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could have been nice, but Beyonce's a businesswoman, so she's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, I like this. It sounds good. Who owns it? Oh, them. Here, there's your
Yeah.
money. Now it's mine. Let me get on the road." So
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get into Milky Diva, not Milky Diva, Supreme Diva
Supreme
or
Diva.
Superstar. I know them very well. Both of these ladies, I'm talking about the inceptions of their careers. I know them.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into who, what, when, where, why. I'm just going to say the most successful people in this industry, you don't hear
Mm-hmm.
beefing.
No. And see, that was the thing that I said in the show, a show that I recently recorded discussing it. I said, if the white BBWs beefed, you didn't hear about it. The black BBWs, they were beefing on Twitter hard.
Yeah,
And then now,
you
and
know
not
what it
only
is? I
that,
think.
they were trashing not only themselves, they were trashing producers as well as talent.
But if you look into it, until 15 years ago, you didn't see a lot of white porn, right?
Yeah.
As far as fucking and sucking. Most white BBWs, SSBBWs, they was doing stuff called FA, fat admirers. So most of the
Mm-hmm.
white BBWs who make more than
Mm-hmm.
the urban side of the market, and they don't even fuck on camera because their
No.
clientele want to see them eat and gain and rub their belly.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Feeder feed.
ladies, what that FA, that fat admirer fetish, like that
Yeah.
that genre of porn is huge because not porn, adult erotica,
Mm-hmm.
because they're not even fucking and sucking on film, and they
No.
have a large clientele. But once again, it's the same thing with people of color in every aspect, not just porn. White, there's no. When the last time you seen a black grocery store, bodega, corner store, whatever? Black people
Amen.
don't support, and everybody. So, and the reason why I believe, and don't quote me, is just my personal opinion, is we've had 400 or 500 years of when it comes to like slavery and shit, it's instilled in us where you're nothing and there's only one shiny star. You had the house nigga in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's good. You don't celebrate him for his accomplishment. You hating him because he's living better than you. So,
Mm-hmm.
people of color, even though when we was, people of color was back in our native homes, gold and jewelry, we wore that because that's just us. Now, when
Mm-hmm.
we wear it, we've been so diminished as a people. There's so much. See, when it comes to adult content, what people fail to realize is mental health. And I'm in no position to talk on anybody's mental health status. I'm not trying to act like I'm a doctor. But what I'm going to say is there's so much trauma built up in our lives, personally and professionally.
Mm-hmm.
When people of color beef with each other, is because we always got to fight for our spot. Me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I don't fight for no spot. I do me.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever falls around me, like if somebody's doing better than me, I don't strive to do better than somebody else. Me,
Mm-hmm.
myself personally. I don't look at what somebody else do and say I want to do better than them. I look at myself in the mirror and say I want to do better than me. I want to do better than what I did this year. Next year, I want to do better. All right, all right.
Mm-hmm.
When I tackled the strip clubs, which was very aggressive, I did that straight out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
I started buying out strip clubs, throwing the first ever Thick the BBW events in the strip club where none of their performers was performing, just us. I did that
Mm-hmm.
early in my career. 2008, January 15th is documented. You tell me anybody who's ever done a BBW club, you tell me if you did it before 2008,
It
and
wasn't done.
I'll shut the fuck up. But if you don't, I got footage and proof. I had the names like Bootylicious in that room. I had Milky Diva
Yes,
in that
Lord.
room. I had Pandora, Boricua Babies. I had the Miss Clear. I had the biggest names in the industry in that room, and I bought out the
Mm-hmm.
club. I paid the cost to do that. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't diminish nobody who does anything now, but I hate to see when people beat themselves on the chest. You had a hot summer. You might have been the best promoters or whatever, had good events over the last summer. Nigga, I had 20 good summers.
Mm-hmm.
I had 20 good summers.
I had a good decade.
No, I had a good it's 2 decades. I had 2 good decades. 2 decades.
Decades. Hell yeah.
So it's like no disrespect to nobody, and I compliment the progression. But when people beat themselves on the chest because they had a
Mm-hmm.
BBW night somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
or you had lounges and clubs, like I bought out the largest strip club in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that 6 times in my career. You get what I'm saying? Where I try
Mm-hmm.
to open doors for our community, where I'm paying. I promise you, there's no other promoters paying what I'm paying. Some may say it's stupid, and business-wise, it might be sometimes. But I have a reputation to uphold. I have a standard that I like to keep. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll pay the cost to have us in something dope, decent, sexy. I like all the bells and whistles because I always wanted plus size women to be celebrated, not
Mm-hmm.
tolerated. That's been my phrase. Plus size acceptance. I want you to
Mm-hmm.
be celebrated, not tolerate it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want people to come out to an event just cause. I want them because they love it, because they're trying to push the movement further.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I've ever done. So when I see other people do other things or side with other people, all right, you for the moment. I'm a fixture. There's nothing nobody can. You can't say BBW without mentioning PWP nowhere.
And that is so true. That is so true.
Honest, I'm not even talking no cap. Like, nigga, you could Google. My shit goes, and that's with white, black, Spanish.
Because the one thing I can say, New York always highlighted BBWs. It Hollywood didn't do it as much, but New York was the place for big girls to get off.
You know why?
And I saw that because it was more place for them to go work. You know, even before Hollywood. Actually, Hollywood took their cues from New York.
So you had people like Busty Baby Dolls,
mm-hmm.
and at the time for a spell, Fantasy Bull, clickforyoutolik.com, right?
Yeah, I couldn't figure her name, yo. I could not figure her name.
And then you have, you know, people like
Orion. Orion used to have Super Side. He was the main one.
Orion is later, but no, I give Orion his credit, but that's later on, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about from the inception. This is before 2010.
Yeah.
Well, no, let me give Orion maybe 2008, 2009.
He was about 2008 because he started popping up about two to 3 years after.
Yeah, but when you talk about BBW
Busty.
but see, when you talk about BBW market in New York, you got to talk about Gail and Tyrone, PowerBosom.com.
Yeah.
Big Butt Magazine.
Babs events.
So PowerBosom and Tyrone not only had PowerBosom.com, BigBlackVideo.com, where the same models that shot for the magazine shot for their company. Then you had Big Butt Magazine, Big Black Butt Magazine. You had, so you have people like New York and New Jersey shooting Awesome Mommy, Thunder, you know, Gail, and then, you know, Bree, all these names. This is way before 2010. We talking 2001, 2002. You talking about Baby Doll came out of the Power Bosom camp. Busty Baby Doll used to be a model for Power Bosom and Big Black Video. And then she became a boss of her own and created the largest urban platform for plus size women. There was no platform bigger than Busty Baby Dolls for the urban.
No, it wasn't. Honestly, because to be honest, actually for a moment, the only person other than her was what's your girl out of Virginia? I can't think of her damn name.
Mercedes.
Diamond. Who? Mercedes. Yeah, Mercedes BBW.
Yeah. Mercedes was still on the more so the SS BBW side of business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, when you talk about East Coast, a lot of people. So you have people that was shooting content, and then you have people like myself, and then I have to credit my brother, Twin Green, with Ghostface Entertainment. As far as fixtures, it started, you know, and that's my biological brother. You know, I hate to even bring his name up in this interview because whatever, but that's why you saw the East Coast with that, right? So you had the mainstream, the stream of, you know, ladies that shooting content, and then you actually meeting these ladies in the street because they're performing at our events. So it went hand in hand. You didn't just go with the internet. The internet conquered the world because of people like my brother, Twin, and myself, Pipe, throwing our separate events in our own different spaces. And then you have, and I came in front, you had the underground, the vanilla side that also helped the porn because you have people like, and I have to give them shout out, Mike from Bigger and Better Things. See,
50 inches or better?
No. Forget them. No.
Fuck them.
No. I'm not saying fuck them. They're not even in this time frame. I'm talking about you had goddesses in the early 2000s, late 90s, 2000s that did vanilla parties. So then you had Mike from Bigger and Better Things. You had Big Suge. These are the people, and Bigger. These are the people that was throwing the vanilla parties where these ladies that you saw in adult erotica, they were attending these vanilla parties. They was not adult parties. They were not porn. They were not stripping. They was just parties for the plus size community. Mike, Big Suge, You even had bigger, like I said, bigger and better things. Goddesses been around since the chat line days. For Nancy Goddess, I remember I never met her in person. Spoke to her on the phone several times. I wanted to get there. Never got a chance to go to one of her events. I regret it to this day. But you had Nancy with Goddesses that did vanilla parties. It was just they did parties for the plus size community, whether you was BBW or SSBBW, whether you came in walking or you was in a wheelchair, whatever. And then you have Gail and Tyrone in New Jersey, Power Bosom. They did their BAPS party. So the reason why the East Coast had such a strong force was it wasn't just porn. They had support from the vanilla side of the community to the adult side of the community because the people that was attending the regular, these marvels that people like, oh my God, I love you. These women that was curvaceous and they was popping up at the parties, they also decided to start dabbling doing adult content, whether it was Baby Doll, Gail and Tyrone with Power Bosom, Big Black Market, and then that's how they got noticed with the internet. And then you got Bust Baby Doll, Tia, Clifford Lick. Now you got these porn companies, and then the guys like Rock the Icon and all that things. They're seeing plus size women, and now they're shooting with them in California. So that's why I would say the East Coast has such a large hold on it, because it was on all aspects of the community. It wasn't just porn. You had, like I said, the people that was going to Gail and Tyrone, Power Bosom, Big Black Butt. The ladies that was going to their parties, the Babs parties, was the same ladies that's in Big Black Butt magazine.
Yeah.
You had Amazon.
God, it's so many of them.
And forgive me for not coming up with everybody's name right now, but
it's so many to name, bro.
If you look at the magazines, in the websites, those are the same ladies that was at their parties.
Yeah.
So it was full circle.
Yeah, because I think what happened was that, especially with the Black BBWs, they became so competitive. And it very competitive for what for my experiences from running with them, hanging with them, or what have you. Period. And the thing about it is, from even talking to producers, it was off-putting to many of them because they wasn't used to seeing girls beef in the open like that or argue. I'm like, Twitter feed, the shit y'all seeing now was going on back then.
To piggyback on what you're saying, once again, to me, people might not like this in the interview. To me, I call it slave mentality, right? Crabs in a bucket.
Yeah.
It's a shame that two people can't shine at the same time.
Yeah.
It is, and with that mentality, it don't matter if you got $10 million. With that mentality, somebody that got $11 million, somebody would be mad at. Oh, with that mentality, I'm happy as long as I got one up over the next person. And that's just the wrong. Like, why we can't just say we all rich? Bro, right now, if you had 10 million and I had 5 million, I'm gonna be like, nigga, we millionaires.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hate on you and be like, oh, that nigga got 10. I'm gonna be like, you know what? I got 5, but you got 10. All right, let me get my shit together. But at the end of the day, nigga, we all rich. We still eat at the same restaurants. We still lobster steaks and shrimp.
You know why the beef came about also, not just on the porn end, because a lot of these girls were escorts, and they were competing on the escort side of things too.
I hate to say this, they're gonna get mad at me when I say it, but I gotta, and please, no disrespect to you for correcting you.
Yeah.
You mind if I give you a little correction?
Go ahead. If I say wrong, correct me.
All right, you said escorts. That is not the correct term.
But go ahead.
It's prostitutes.
Okay.
Escorting is legal. Prostitution is illegal. So if you're having sex on a date, that's prostitution. Escorting is legal. Escorting is I hire a woman to accompany me to a dinner date. An escort is, hey, I'm lonely. I just want some companionship with somebody watching movies in my house. That's what an escort does. An escort accompanies. They escort you. Hey,
But why is it? I'm gonna ask you this though, because that is you said that, right?
It's the truth.
Because at a certain time, especially during that time, girls went from saying, "Yeah, I'm a prostitute, I'm an escort." It's kind of the same thing with the porn star versus the content creator term. You know what I'm saying?
All right, yeah. So, what sounds better? What's more sound appealing, escort or prostitute?
You got a point there.
What sounds better?
Shit, escort.
All right.
Of course. So shit, remember, they didn't say the prostitute section in Craigslist or Backpage. They said escort section.
All right, look. What sounds better? Plus size or fat?
Plus size.
All right, then. So they go with plus size, even though we fat.
Mm-hmm.
So no disrespect to nobody, and I don't knock it. Listen, you have the right to do what you want with your body, and just unfortunately in this great state of New York that I live in, selling your body, doing sexual favors for money is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
One day maybe that's going to change because nothing's impossible. But ladies say, "Oh, I'm an escort." If you're doing sexual favors for the money, that's prostitution, and you go to jail for it. And it's against this great state of New York, their laws. Only that. I agree with it. I think a woman should be able to do what they want to do with their body.
Whatever else you want. Yeah.
But yeah, that's why they was using that term to this day. I'm an escort. No, escorting is legal. That's why there's companies. There's escort companies. You can go rent an escort for $2,000 an hour. Them white companies, them companies rent out ladies because they are now what two consulting adults do in a free time is they free time. But hey man, let's call a spade a spade.
Hey, you know how I do on the damn on the smokers lounge. We keep it 100. We don't sugarcoat shit.
No disrespect to nobody, because I promise you, the moment that shit is legal in New York, I'm gonna be a millionaire, bro. Cause ain't nobody gonna do it better than me. I'm gonna put on Ringling Brothers. Fuck with me.
Boy, you saw how motherfuckers went to that OnlyFans, let that bitch become legal, boy. Motherfuckers gonna be going. They gonna treat it like the prohibition when beer came back legal. Well, why everybody going to the bar.
You said OnlyFans is legal.
No. What I'm saying is if prostitution ever became legal, you're gonna see girls float to prostitution like they did with OnlyFans.
I'm gonna say this, and maybe I shouldn't. To me, the government only anything that's illegal financially with the government is things they can't find a way to tax.
Yeah.
Why you think weed just became legal? They finally found a way in their mind
make money off of it
that they can tax it, even though it ain't gonna cover everything. But they figure this is the way. If we tax it, look at gambling. Look at all these things that have been illegal for decades. Weed, gambling. Now all of a sudden they're legal. Why? Because it comes with a fee. If the government can't make money off of it, then it's illegal. Because you can't count a woman's body. You can't count what a woman doing her free time. Or male, because there's male prostitutes too. So you can't count what a person doing their free time to get a couple of dollars for their services. It's only illegal because they can't charge. They can't tax it.
Yeah. But back to the point I was making was that because I saw a lot of the beefs get enhanced and issues, especially amongst Black BBWs, when it came to the prostitution. Because a lot of these girls traveled together, they ran together. I done seen it firsthand. One go to the city, she's hot, the other one ain't. The one that ain't hot, she pissed off like a motherfucker.
This is why I tell every lady that I ever work with, this adult business is a solo sport. You can be friends without being You can be friendly without being friends. I hate to say it, people are going to get mad at me for it. Women have a competitive nature more than men.
Yes, they do.
So I tell these women, stop linking up with people. Stop going on tour. I've been saying this for years. Stop traveling with a girl. Because the moment one girl get one more booking, two more bookings than that girl, now she's hating. She's ready to go. Yeah. And that goes for men too. But when I'm being honest, to me, when it's most with women, because women more emotionally and intact. So, men will be like, I don't like that shit, but I'm gonna just see it through. Women feel it differently. Make it personal. So you got two ladies that travel, even if they're both 5 stars in their own right. They can go on tour, and one girl could just have a better week. It's gonna always end in beef. Look at the clubs. It don't gotta be about travel. You got girls that dance at events. If somebody got a better outfit, somebody look better, or got a big ass,
or get more tips.
Light skin, dark skin. There's so many reasons why ladies beef up in this industry, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, and I think it is in every facet of the business, no matter the race. This is not just an urban thing. It's not a black thing. It's not a Spanish thing. I'm gonna say it is a woman thing, but what I will say is those women on the lighter side of the whiter side of the business, they're not fucking up their bag. They realize that it's not personal, it's business, and they're not gonna let even if a girl did something stupid, they're not gonna risk their full back. Like me personally, I get hit with a lot of bullshit. I stopped going live because and expressing it and beefing. Because I have sponsors and vendors. So with me bringing up an incident and arguing about it, it brings negative attention to my business that's positive. And people always want to gravitate to the negative more than positive. And I don't want to risk. I have people that put money into my events that believe in me and what I'm trying to accomplish and sponsor me. I don't want to bring negative heat to their name. They don't want to see that negative. No different than an NBA player. Why do you think they're getting fined so heavy? Because the NBA like, look, you have the right to be a person, but when you under this umbrella, this is a business, and I ain't gonna let your comments or remarks mess up our business. So I just think, once again, I'm gonna go back to the saying, you have people that's in a business, but they're not business minded. They treat this business as a hobby. That's white, black, no matter what race, what genre, what gender, male or female. The ladies, there's no woman that goes without beefing with another woman. There's no male that goes without beefing with another male. There's no company that goes without beefing with another company. But if you're business minded and your mind is on the business and not your your ego or your pride, if you're able to put your pride aside, I think these companies have beefs. You don't hear about it public. You know where you hear about it? Is in court. If Pepsi got a beef with Coca-Cola, they're not going on Twitter beefing. No, nigga, I'm gonna sue your ass. If the public gets wind of it, that's different. But that's how not white, not black, not alien. You have business, you have professional and unprofessional. You have people that's in this industry that still treat it, for them it's a hobby. It's not a business. They still have a 9-to-5, or they get government assistance, or they got some other source of income, and they do this on the side because it's fun. And I get to make money. And then you got some people that this is the way I feed my kids. This is the way I'm investing in buying these properties. I know so many adult entertainers that I'm so proud of. They own houses and properties and trailer parks, and they're flipping houses and renovating. They're using this platform to make money, not to just feed their family, but to create their version of generational wealth. And then you have some people that go, I can go dance this weekend and make me a couple of dollars. Or I can go shoot this scene and make a few $100s. But they don't go in and promote themselves to make thousands of dollars. They just, I'm available if it's time to shoot. Or when it comes to this like OnlyFans thing, this shows you the true and the untrue. You're the product. You're the content. If you have the OnlyFans and you're not keeping it up, then that completely shows on you, because you're the product. It's not something you have to order. It's not something you have to buy. You are the content. So if you have an OnlyFans and you're charging $20, $15, and you have 12 different things on your 12 videos and 50 photos, but you charging niggas $20 to look at your OnlyFans. A content creator is one of the hardest jobs, especially if you're solo.
Yes, Lord.
So that's what I'm saying. The people that's successful are the people that even, some people are lucky. Some women have no talent. They just struck oil because they got a banging body and they just choose to use it. Then you got some ladies that don't even do porn. They just got amazing bodies and people just want to follow them. But then you got some ladies that have like solo content. To me, those are the hardest content creators to be because it's hard to keep interest when it's just you, right?
Yes,
And
yeah.
then you have ladies
I be
that
asked
do
that
shit.
question all the time. How do you stay motivated?
You shouldn't have to stay. It should just, like I said, it's the ladies that are most successful. It's about consistency.
Yeah.
Because you have a fan base, right? Once you have a fan base, it's not about how many fans you can get. It's about how many fans you can keep.
Yes, and I think a lot of girls don't take that into account because they love to brag about they followers. I forgot which
Because they
model I
look at
talked
these,
to.
they don't respect it. They only
Yeah.
get humble when they trying to grow the followers. But now that you have the followers, how do you keep them?
Yeah, because I always told somebody it's about the people that stay around. Period. Because you always gonna get the kids to make the new old subscribers, to make them old members. Period. And a lot of females kind of, whether they white or black, kind of don't get that. Period. Even
Because
when
they're not in the business. They're in the
yeah,
business that it's a hobby for them.
yeah,
You have
and that's
people
all
that
going
are
to
real
make is hobby
content
money.
creators. You have people that are real. This is like, for instance, let's just take it out of adult industry.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest YouTubers in the world, it's about
Mm-hmm.
consistency and they put money into their product. It's a business. We watch their YouTubes and we think, oh, they just filming, doing skits. They don't see the behind the scenes, the work, the scouting, the people they have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest content creators, Mr. Beast and FaZe Rug and all these YouTube creators that got these $1 million every month.
Mm-hmm.
They putting money into, like, they have a person that shoot it, a person that edit it, person that scout. They put money into it. Is they invest into their craft. They got to be creative and come up with concepts and go film. It's not just, and that's the thing when it comes to like things like content creating, like OnlyFans or driving Uber. It looks easy because, oh, I want to drive Uber. I just gotta get in my car and drive. No, you gotta have discipline. If you're not sitting in
Mm-hmm.
your car driving, if you ain't putting the hours in, you ain't gonna get the money.
Hell
Same
no.
with the content creator. If you're not filming content and constantly uploading and putting fresh content up, you have ladies that put up content and put up shit for months.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now you do have some real fans that they
Mm-hmm.
take for granted that will pay every month just hoping to get one new update.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not gonna make you rich. You don't got enough of
Well,
those. You do got some, but you ain't got enough. You know what I mean? So
mm-hmm.
I just think the reason what not Black BBW just goes for content creators matter the race. It's a mentality. It's not a race thing. It's a mentality thing. Because you got blacks, whites, Spanish, or whatever other race you can think of in any genre that do go hard, go balls to the wall,
Mm-hmm.
that work hard to keep their shit going. And then you have the other ones who's in the business, but they treat it as a hobby. They're not
Mm-hmm.
business minded. There's like me, if I wanted to, not me, let me not say me because I know shit. Person will open a restaurant or a bar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got the money to open it, but do you have the knowledge? Do you have the know-how to keep it sustainable?
Yeah.
Do you know your overhead? Do you know what's your beverage cost? Do you know what your food costs? Do you know what your overall cost is your staff?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know these numbers, how are you going to operate your business? How do you know how to allocate funds to what is going to bring in, you know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say it's a color thing. It's just unfortunately there's a large number of people of ethnicity that's unfamiliar with the business that they're in.
Yeah.
And
Because it interested me when it brought to my attention because I ain't hear the spaces. So because one of the things she was worried about was, well, we're afraid that it might make them look at the white BBWs a certain type of way. And I told her, I said, no, they're not going to look at y'all any type of way, period. Because to be honest with you, competition is competition. All y'all competing. All y'all look at is competition.
do you
All
think
y'all feel that y'all
do
got to
you
be at the
think
top of the mountain.
do you think McDonald's really gives a fuck about what Burger King is doing? No. It looked like that, Burger King versus McDonald's. The McDonald's really gives a fuck about what Burger King doing.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's just want to do what McDonald's do to draw more people to McDonald's, and vice versa with Burger King. It may look like that on the TV. Oh, we have the Whopper versus Big Mac. Them people that make them final decisions really don't care. They only care about making
That's an advertising company that they didn't hire.
Exactly.
That the advertising company.
McDonald's is a powerhouse. Burger King's a powerhouse. At the end of the day, they probably in cahoots.
Cause it seems like they use the same type meats every time, same everything.
Now, me personally, I prefer a Burger King burger over McDonald's burger. Nothing really compares to a McDonald's hot, fresh French fry, because that's what we accustomed to. But honestly, personally, I like a fresh, hot Burger King fry. I like the thicker fry with the little crust on it. You know, but you think they really care? No, bro.
No,
you think KFC gives a fuck what Popeyes is doing? No. They only trying to better themselves in their market because they realize there's room for everybody. They're not spending time. You might get Gitchy and see Pepsi fight with Coca-Cola and advertisements and all that, but on their day-to-day, you think these companies really care? No, because at the end of the day, listen, Sprint bought T-Mobile. T-Mobile bought Sprint. That's what I'm trying to say. Who would ever thought a powerhouse like Sprint, who's been around longer than T-Mobile, a company like T-Mobile merged with Sprint, then bought Sprint. And then you got some companies like Metro, piece of shit that's under the T-Mobile umbrella. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just Boost Mobile used to be Nextel. Nextel was under the Sprint. Now they own, like, so in this industry, if you just try to be the best you and not worry about anybody else, you'll be successful. And you gotta be consistent. That's all. This business is about consistency because women turn 18 every day. There's always going to be a new set of titties come out, a new set of ass, a new chick that do the sloppiest deep throw. It's about being creative and being consistent. If you can do that no matter what race or genre, yes, don't get me wrong. Porn to me is like the mob. The mob is no different. You got to be tied in to be tied in. So people on the outside of that, no matter what race, got a harder position. But if you focus on your work and your content and let that shit speak for itself, it will go far. But once again, people of color seem to cut shorts, right? Think about it. Do we try to get to the mountaintop quick? Do we go through the trials and tribulations, or do we try to find a shortcut?
Try to find that shortcut.
If you get, then all right, then you want to get what comes with getting shortcuts. Because I
tell anybody, you can't miss steps because that step you might miss, you might fall and bust your damn face.
Exactly. You're gonna get far. You're gonna accomplish shit, but are you gonna really get every nook and cranny to what you deserve? So you know what I mean? Like I just think, I hate to say this, people of color always try to find the shorter route, bro. And I'm not speaking for all people, so please, I don't want nobody coming at me attacking me. You got to pay your dues. Anything in life, whether it's adult content or anything else, you got to pay your dues, man.
Yeah.
And certain thing is you got to pay the toll. Sometimes you got to pay the toll to get across the bridge. You got to pay the toll.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can not pay the toll and get your friend to drive you on the boat. But you know what? Your friend got problems. You know what I mean? Like, so there's give and take with it. Like, this industry is weird, bro.
Yeah. So people, I done heard this man on here for an hour, and he always give me great fucking takes, man. That's why I love talking to this dude, man. Yo, tell everybody where they can spend money.
I'm sorry if I overtalk.
No.
Please forgive me.
I want you to talk. Because see, the reason why I want to have this conversation with him, he cut his teeth with BBWs like I did. He been in the game for a long time. We done both seen it, done it, probably done forgot more than some of y'all motherfuckers done learned. So what we giving you is knowledge. Because at one point we were students. Now it's our job to teach. And we're still learning.
I'm in
you
here.
Feel me?
In
So
here.
with that being said, man, tell everybody where they can spend money on
No.
you,
Before I do
check
that,
your
I'm
stuff
gonna
out and
say
everything.
no. Before I do that, I'm gonna
Go
just
ahead.
put some in your lap.
Yeah.
You got enough time. May 5th is my last event for 2023 in New York. I want you to pop out.
I'm gonna try to, man. I'm gonna try to. I gotta get my money right.
You already put doubts. Listen, this is February.
Okay. I'm gonna make it. It's in May. I'm gonna make it.
Is do whatever you need to do to clear 2.5 days in May. Because it's gonna take you need to take off work, see your family, whatever. There's nothing you can't accomplish. This is what I believe, and this is why I be so stern with what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Us as adults, there's nothing in life we can't do that we want to do. Nothing. People are like, oh, I ain't got the money. If people that say, oh, I'm broke, you still find a way to smoke if you're a smoker. There's nothing in life we can't accomplish. So now we're with February, March, April, May. You tell me in 2 months you can't make plans to come to New York in 2 months?
Well, we'll put it this way. Since you said that, I'll be there.
I would love for you to be there.
I'll be there.
And how about this? Not only will I allow you, I want you to come, I'll set you up at a table and you can do interviews at the event.
All right. I'm gonna take you up on that.
I don't offer that to nobody. I don't do that. I have vendors pay me. Like, niggas be trying to come with their cameras. You filming my hard work put together, you gonna pay what you weigh. You're a solid supporter, known you for years. Would love for you to come do a smokers lounge live. You be at the venue all day long. Interview whoever you want to interview. Have you at a whole table. CincoD Mayo, and I got the butt coming back out to host this. The butt Triple X is hosting this event. Doing her first.
Oh, damn sure gotta be in the house. I'm a fan of her.
The butt Triple X. On God, no cap.
Word. See,
and I got tequila sponsor.
Make me feel so good right now too.
Salute to Breborn Tequila. This is the third event sponsoring me. We have a ticket for $100. It includes the admission to the event, the butt meet and greet, but you get unlimited tequila bar open all night long for those ticket holders. We only have 10 available. I think it's 8 left. Breborn, shout out to Breborn. We'll have, like, if they come to the bar, Breborn Tequila is going to be affordable. If you want like Casamigos or Don Julio, that shit, you pay what you weigh. But Breborn Tequila, they got a Blanco and a Reposado. We have amazing products. This is an awesome brand. I've been working with them for over 6 years now. This is my third event with them, though, where we featured them as a fixture of the event. Shout out to Breborn Tequila. Shout out to Bad Dragon Toys. Shout out to Rock Bundy. Shout out to Duke's Dolls. Of course, my wife, Boricua Baby, can't, she's not a sponsor, but she allowed me to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
So therefore, she keeps my mental, my life sane so that I could be pipe for y'all. Shout out to Humble Hookahs. Got a hookah vendor. I don't know who's the food vendor for this event yet, but it's going down. It's gonna be tacos and nachos, nigga. It's bro. Now we're gonna have the smokers lounge in the building. I'm being serious, bro. I'm giving you this opportunity. I'm gonna set you up.
All right. I'm gonna take you up on that opportunity, bro. Thank you. I'm real truly blessed, man.
Any lady that want to sit down and do interviews with you, any vendor, any fan, whoever you want to interview, if they allow it, just have your release forms. I'll set you up with a whole table. You can do your interviews the entire day we're there.
Word.
That's tough for me, bro.
All right, I'm gonna take you up on that. I'm gonna make it happen. Get to New York.
Friday, CincoD Mayo, tacos, titties, and tequila.
Say no more.
Bro, what more do you say? Tacos, titties, and tequila.
The best things in the world. So with that being said,
thank you.
Y'all heard it. Y'all know who he is. Thank you, my brother, for coming back, and he will be back again. Trust and believe.
Thank you. And y'all know how we end. Second time. Thank you.
No doubt, and you're gonna be back on here more for sure. So with that being said, because I got to go get something to eat.
Yes, sir.
And get ready for the next show. So with that being said, y'all know how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience? You haven't learned anything. Smoke this over. Say goodbye to the people, Pipes.
Hey, man, it's your boy PWP. It's PWP INC forever, everywhere. PWP NC as incorporated, the number 4, the word ever. PWP INC forever on Twitter, Instagram. That's where you're gonna find it. Our next event is May 5th. I hope this airs before May 5th. But if not, you're gonna have a dope follow-up because he's coming. He's coming to New York.
Yeah. I'm coming to New York.
Amazing.
I will be in New York. And I'm also gonna have my homegirl with me, Miss Spit Queen, because she's up there. So
awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Love you, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the
No,
opportunity.
love you, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro. You take it easy.
All right, y'all be good.